What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Mike and I'm back with another video today I'm back with part number 11. So where I last left off, talking about what was I saying? I was stranded out in I don't even know where I was at. I woke up, I was under the truck. I woke up the next morning. I bought my ticket. I waited until there was no other employees walking around the area, because they was walking around the area, but they couldn't see me under the truck. So once they finished walking around the truck and they went inside, I came out and just started walking down the street like normal. So I'm Googling the nearest convenience store, because now I'm hungry and stuff. I'm Googling the nearest convenience store. I Googled it, ended up going down the street. I ended up missing the bridge, because it was the areas over there was like closed off to each other. The only way to get to the other way of town was to take that bridge. So if you don't take the bridge, you gotta walk all the way back. So I ended up walking all the way down, missed the bridge, and during that walk, I realized that it was people then walking around with dogs and stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, people was walking around even back then with the dogs and stuff, and giving me like weird looks. Back then they wasn't saying nothing, it was just the weird looks. I guess cause also, keep it 100, yeah, it wasn't no black people out there, so it's like it probably looked weird to see me out there, probably, I don't know. I walk all the way back to the bridge. I go across the bridge, and now I gotta either go across the train tracks, and where security was waiting, like he looked like he wasn't trying to really let me go across the train tracks, or I have to walk all the way down to the next bridge to cross again. So I just took a chance and I just walked past. As security passed by, and they didn't say nothing. So I guess as long as you're not like trying to get on the train or nothing, they'll let you pass. Cause they let me go by, and then I went into they had tall grass. It was like tall grass. I had to step in, went past the tall grass. Now I'm all itchy and shit. Like I got all the grass shards on me and stuff. Now I'm all itchy. Okay, so I get past that part, I walk down, I get to the convenience store. I think it was called Casey's. I got used to being on the road. They don't have like regular convenience stores like how we got 7-Eleven and liquor stores and stuff. It's not like that out there. They got like convenience store, gas station type, like, yeah. And other than that, you're not gonna find no liquor store, no. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, everything is scarce out there pretty much. So I got there, got something to eat, and then I walked down the street, and then I'm eating. Here go a car pull up right next to me, dude. But I thought he was gonna sit there and try and watch me or something, because I was in front of his business or something eating. But it was all good. And even back right there, I felt like there was eyes on me. So when he pulled up, I was already looking like, what he gonna be on? Like, so now I don't know whether to finish eating or to get my stuff and just walk away. Like, so he got out the car. He said hi, asked me how I was doing. Good, and you? He was cool. He went inside the business. That was that. So I'm like, he ain't tripping. So I'm eating. Car passed by. They look at me. They go their way. That was that. I finished eating. I walked down some more past the cemetery, and I remember people was pointing towards the cemetery. Some people like point through their head towards the cemetery and whatnot. I kept walking. I ended up at this park. So I ended up at a park, and this is where I noticed they knew who I was, because I got to the park. When I got to the park, let's see, when I got to a part, that was a big ass part. It was a big ass part. I get there, it was a dude in the security booth, because they had, I guess you have to pay for parking to go to that park. It was a dude in the security booth. He was looking at me. I thought he was gonna tell me I had to pay to go into the park. The way he was looking, he didn't say nothing. I just continued walking into the park. I get into the park, I'm chilling. This is when I noticed somebody was recording me in a pickup truck. I'll never forget, he had a green small pickup truck, and he was recording me as I was eating. And I look over, he put the phone down real quick. So I was like, I think he was recording me. So I moved my seat and I went behind a tree to see if he was really recording me. He backed his truck up a little bit, just enough so he can be able to see me. Like, yup, he recorded me. Let me get up and move. I got up, I moved to another location. A black car pulled up right in front of me. It was at a distance, but it was in front of me still. Pulled up, just sitting there. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just finish my food and move to the next area. I finished my food, I went to the next area. Finished my food, I went to the next area. I ended up by a baseball field. I was over there charging my phone, and you know, the usual, YouTube, whatnot. Then by this point, I'm already there, about an hour, 2 hours in at this point. By the time I got to the baseball field, because it took me some time to walk around and figure out that the people was watching me and all that. And so yeah, so it's a couple hours now. I get to the baseball field, I'm charging my phone. A pickup truck pull up by the baseball field, because I guess he saw me pulling on the doors over there. It was a restroom, and then it was another it was like another room. I just wanted to see what was open. From the luck I had got from I'm gonna have to delete that out. From the luck I had, nah, fuck it, I'm keeping it. So from the luck I had from the different states of opening and pulling doors and pulling on car doors and being able to open them, yeah, I got in there. So I was pulling on doors over there, and a pickup truck pulled up, and the dude hopped out. I thought he was gonna say something to me. So when he hopped out, I hurry up and I was charging my phone. I took my charger cord and I went to the other side and started charging my phone over there. He came over there, opened up the bathroom, went inside the bathroom, came out, asked me if I needed something to eat. I thought he was tripping, so I'm just like, all right. I mean, I thought he was playing. The way he said it is like sarcastic, like, and I was like, yeah, let me get some. I was like, yeah. So he gave me, no, he asked me if I was thirsty. I said, yeah. He gave me a bottle of Gatorade and a bottle of water. And so I thought that was real cool. Yeah, that was cool. So I finished charging my phone. I ended up seeing another car across from the baseball field with the windows down, and the people was just looking at me then. So I'm just like, all right, I'm about to go to another section. I went all the way to the end of the park. And I was chilling right there. This is when I started singing. So I'm chilling right there. I'm playing music, and I don't know. I was feeling the music that day. I was just feeling like, you know, I'm glad. I'm thinking about how it could have been. Like, I'm thinking, oh, it could have been worse. It could have been, I could be stuck here type. But my bus is coming today. In a couple hours, I'll be able to leave type. I'm feeling good. I'm just like, at least I get to leave here, you know, because there it was like, it was nowhere. So I was feeling good. I'm playing my music. I'm thinking about leaving. And that's when I started to sing. I'm singing songs from the thing, and I'm hearing the people over there like, oh, he can sing type. Like, and so all that did was boost my confidence, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, shit, keep the shit going. Like, I'm gonna continue to sing. Let me show you what else I can do. So that's where that came from. And so as I'm walking down the street, I was singing then or whatnot. I don't know. See, they gonna try and make it seem like they was controlling these people from back then. Nah, they wasn't controlling. I don't think they was controlling them. If they was controlling them back then, they would be saying negative stuff. They wouldn't be saying nothing positive about me, like, oh, he could sing tight. They would have said something negative. So I don't think they was giving them those commands back then. So I'm going. I'm like, okay, it's about an hour and a half before my bus come, and I'm about an hour away, 45 minutes away from my bus stop. So I'm like, let me get ready to start going. I take off. I'm heading down the street. I'm still singing at this point. This is when I start to build my confidence. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna start singing and rapping in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause now I noticed that people liked it. So now I'm just saying the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to my music. I'm walking down the street and all that. I noticed shit, maybe they had, I don't know, maybe, because people still saying shit as I was walking. I remember this dude skateboarding. He said something to me as I passed by, but I don't remember what he said. And I don't even think I heard what he said. But he said something because I seen his lips moving as I passed him. So I'm singing, and I remember, so I'm almost at my bus stop. See, they probably did have control back then, because I was almost at my destination. I was singing this song, and the construction worker that was working on the building right there, he tried to hit the same note that I just hit. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought that was so funny. I thought that was so funny. And yeah, so all that did was show me that I could. So I get to the bus station, the bus station, and I'm doing the same thing and everything. And this dude, he was listening in his truck with his door open, and as soon as I stopped singing, he just took off and left. So yeah, I seen the whole thing. So I was just like, yeah, these people know me. Even in this rural town, well, to me it felt like a rural town. It felt like a small town. But everybody apparently knew who I was at that point, because they was all giving connects or whatever back then. I don't know if they was giving commands to them or not, but yeah, I don't know what was going on. I don't know. But all I know is what I seen and what I heard. And I was hearing voices talking from the apartments. No, I didn't see no apartments out there. They had mainly houses. From all the houses and residentials that I was in, I heard all the voices and everything. So I remember this lady sitting at the bus, and I asked her, was she waiting for the bus? Is this a bus stop? She said, yeah, it was the bus. Luckily the bus came. They knew, normally they ask you who you are and all that. They didn't even ask who I was. They just let me get on the bus. I got on the bus, and she knew I was straight. She didn't want to see my ticket or nothing. She knew she knew who I was. She just let me get on the bus. I got on the bus, cause I guess they know who they picking up. Like the schedule say you picking up 2 people or whatever, and I guess we was the only 2 people, so she knew I was the one of the 2. So I'm guessing that's what it was. So I get on the bus. Now I'm headed to Cheyenne, Wyoming. No, I was really headed to Denver, Colorado. I was really headed to Denver. That's where I was really headed. So I'm on the bus headed to Denver. So pretty much I ripped myself off in a way. And you know something else that was crazy? Cause I did look at Cheyenne. The ticket to Cheyenne was more expensive than the ticket to Denver, even though Denver is further. That was weird. So I so yeah, I'm on the bus and now I'm hearing all these threats and whatnot. Well, I took it as threats because I'm hearing they like, yeah, we hear he could run fast and we gonna see how fast he could run in Denver and all this, and we know he like to chill up by the schools and everything. So now they know my whole routine. They know I like to go to the schools. They know I like secluded areas and all. So they know my whole shit. So I'm like, yeah, these people been watching and they're connecting with each other through a forum or some shit. They're connecting with each other somehow. So cause now I'm hearing all this shit. And shout out to all the people who always had their faith in me and all that, because I remember there was few people they was calling them haters and all that, and I appreciate that. That's what's up. Even though I wasn't even saying nothing at the time, they'll come back and they'll say little shit back for me and all that, and that was cool as hell. Shout out to y'all. After hearing all that stuff on the bus and all that, and them telling me about my life at the same time, like they're telling me about shit that I already been through at this point. They telling me shit about my ex. They telling me shit about. So now. I think this is around the time I started to figure out it was an app or it was a website or something like that. Because now they starting to tell me, like they'll act like they on the phone type, but they'll be telling me shit about my ex, and they'll be telling me shit about, like, I can't explain it. They call it rasping. I don't know. Pretty much they talking without talking. But I knew exactly what they was talking about type, like, and so once I heard them, like, they got it in for me in Denver, so I'm not gonna go to Denver. What's the next stop? Where's the next biggest city? We made a few stops in a couple other cities, but they were small towns. Like, it wasn't nothing, like nothing, small towns. And see, when you see that way of life, it change your perspective on how you see things and how people view life. They see things differently than somebody like me, who from the city, who's just used to certain things. Like, when you in the city, you get used to certain things, and you just like, I don't know, it just look too different. I don't know. And they probably think the same about living in the city. Like, I can't do it in the city. Like, it's too different living in the city. We made a few stops. We stopped in Cheyenne. I wasn't gonna get off the bus, but they was talking all that shit on the bus. So I was just like, I'm gonna just get off right here. And then, and when I was getting off the bus, I heard some of the people like, see, you was talking too much. See, now he ain't even going to Denver and all that. I heard all that shit. I heard it all. It was like, you was talking all that shit. He heard you. That he got what you was saying. The nigga not stupid. Like, you feel me? I heard all that shit. Yeah, I hopped off the bus when we stopped at Cheyenne. That was only supposed to be a break, but I hopped off like, fuck it. I hop off the bus. I'm thinking I'm in the city. It ain't nothing but like green around me, like nothing but field. I'm in the middle of nowhere now. It's nothing but field. And so I'm at a gas station and it's nothing but field around me. I'm like, where the fuck the city at? So I had to type in where the city was. I saw this dude at the gas station. I asked him where was the city. He was like, he pointed in the direction. He was like, you're gonna have to take the green, they call it the green route, something like that. They call it the green something, like the green route or something. You're gonna have to take the green route that way. I took the way he was saying. I had to walk all the way into the city, which was about a couple miles, I think. Yeah, about what, 2 or 3 miles before you in the city type. I had to walk something like that. I walked for a good minute, and then how I knew they knew me in Cheyenne is because I don't know if this was a connect or not, or one of the commands or whatnot, but this dude was like, Mike is in town, and that shit touched my heart. Like, somebody glad to see me. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the second time. First they said in Utah, 3 is in town. Now I'm in Cheyenne, and he said Mike is in town. I'm like, they know who I am. Like, you know what I'm saying? They know who I am. So that made me feel good. And so now I'm thinking I'm good when I'm in the city. I thought I was good. So I'm walking around, and this is how I knew it was some bullshit going on. I guess they lost the connect when I got to Cheyenne. My mom ended up calling me, asking me where I'm at. I didn't want to say. I'm just like, I'm in another town. They're like, oh, we trying to send you this money. You gotta tell us where you at. I'm like, I don't want to say right now and all that. I'll let you know when the time is right and all that. And so we get to arguing. We're not arguing. She didn't want to tell me about. She didn't want to tell me about what was going on. I told her, like, you know, stop with the bullshit. Like, just let me know what's going on. Like, I know you had something going on with the neighbor. You was letting my ex cheat on me with the neighbor and all that. Just let me know what was going on. Like, I know all about that. Like, just let me know. Confirm it for me, because I know it was happening. Y'all was doing all this behind my back. That's why I came home from work, and he'll be over there acting like y'all saw me pulling up in the driveway, and he'll come out in the living room, act like he was just watching my brother play the game when he was really in the room with her. Because when I went in the room with her, her ass was tired. She was tired. You can see it in her eyes. She was tired. You know what I'm saying? Just little shit like that. And just the way she would act and stuff, you could tell like some shit was happening. So we pretty much talking on the phone like that, and I'm telling her, how could you go behind my back? How could you do your own son like this? And she chuckled. You feel me? I heard that shit. She chuckled. And she like what? Like what? So then she started coming up with the same shit I guess they was coming up with, like, you got AIDS and all this shit. And this is what made me get the STD and blood test, because she started telling me that I had AIDS and that all kind of shit. I guess they saw me losing weight or whatnot at this point, and they was trying to claim it was because AIDS or whatnot. But yeah, we talked a lot about it. This is, I don't know if I had, yeah. By the way, before they try to say anything, both my tests came back negative. My blood test came back negative. STD check came back negative. If I was positive for anything, they would have been exposed that shit. And I took it at 2 hospitals. So if it was, you know, if I had anything, and I'm gonna do it again just so they can see, so I can have proof. But if I had anything, they would have been exposed. That, trust me, because that's what they into, exposing. So we talking on the phone. She started asking me what my dad told me. Did my dad tell me anything? Nah, my dad ain't told me shit. He ain't told me nothing either. But I feel the tension over there too. You know, there's tension all around, but ain't nobody saying shit. So that was that. We talk about my ex, cause from what I heard from the people on the bus going to Denver, they said that my ex had a baby by somebody else. They said that she had a baby with a light-skinned nigga and all this. So I started thinking, and I guess they put a name to him and all that, and I don't know. But they was telling me that she had a baby with another nigga and all that. So I got to telling my mom about that shit. So I was like, yeah, she had another baby with a nigga. she made me wait motherfucking all them years till she had one, you feel me? And she just met this nigga or I don't know what, but and then had a baby with this nigga within a matter of what, a year, 1 year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And we got to talking about that, and shit. That she acted surprised, like she didn't know nothing. I'm pretty sure she knew something, but yeah. And that's what we talked about, and we talked about for an hour, 2 hours on the phone. And when I tried to expose her, I forgot what the conversation was about. I tried to expose her about something that about my legal record or something, or have I never, because I never been to jail before, and it was about my legal record or something, and they was trying to say I went to jail, I came out of jail acting hard and stuff. I don't be acting hard. I just walk around. I do me. You know what I'm saying? In reality, I'm just walking around. I'm just doing me. You know what I'm saying? If people want to pay attention to me, that's on them. That's like me looking inside your house, looking inside your window, and disliking everything you do. How would you like if I did that? If I just stand in your window and dislike everything you do? You know what I'm saying? You grew up listening to a certain type of music. You grew up doing certain things. How about if I just dislike everything about your culture? You know what I'm saying? Same shit. These are the morals and values I grew up on. You know what I'm saying? You get mad because of what I like. You know what I'm saying? So that was the whole conversation. She ended up hanging the phone up on me. I'm walking around Cheyenne looking for somewhere to find shelter. I was gonna go to the shelter. This lady told me I could chill on her porch if I wanted to. She said I can chill on her porch and sleep there if I needed to. I told her that was a nice gesture. I'm gonna just keep it pushing. So I went all the way to the other side of town. I found a park. I was chilling up at the park. I noticed the cars pulling up, people staring the cameras. Certain people would say hi to me and all that, and I don't know, it just felt like it was like a script or something going on. Like it just felt weird, like, or maybe they was just being that nice. I don't know, but yeah, people saying hi to me. Certain people saying certain stuff, like people walk past saying certain stuff and all that. So I remember that. I remember people pointing towards the parking lot, pretty much saying they over there type. So I took pictures. I started taking. This is when I started. You know, now I'm noticing everything. I started taking pictures. I took pictures, and yeah, I took pictures of all my surroundings. When it started to get dark, I moved over, went to the library that was down the street, started charging my phone because I couldn't find no charger ports down there. Started charging my phone over there, or whatever kind of building that was. It looked like a library though. So I'm over there charging my phone. I'm seeing the people on the bicycles go past and look at me. Pretty much, I'm noticing how people are paying attention to me. Before all of this shit was going on, nobody paid attention to me like that. If you was riding on your bike, you riding your bike and you just going, you know what I'm saying? You don't take the time out to look at me. Or if you was in your car, you don't take the time out to take a look at me. You keep going. You just pass by like I'm another person. But now people taking the time out to look at me and everything. I knew some shit was going on. I'm like, this shit ain't normal. They know me. So from that point, I'm there. I'm charging my phone. See, I think I had two phones. Cause I had my Metro like I got now. I'm recording off my Metro phone right now, and then I had my Metro phone. Oh, and I had my iPhone, the one that they stole. And I'm gonna get into that later, how they stole that. So so from that point on, where I'm at, Metro. Dang, see, they distracted me, so I'm forgetting where I'm at now. Oh, I'll go to the other side of town. I'm from that part. It started to get dark, and so I kept walking as it was getting dark, and I'm going behind different buildings looking for somewhere to lay down. People would just ride by or just end up riding by, so I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I just got up, I kept going, walking down, and I ended up finding this park. It was a big ass park. It said Frontier Park, whatnot. And then, but it was dark as hell in there. So I'm like, oh shit, anything can happen over there, type like. So, yeah, I googled the nearest park after feet bleeding. See, I got in Cheyenne during the day. It was like 1, 2 o'clock in the day, and now I've been walking all day, feet bleeding. It's like 12. It's late now, early in the AM type, and I'm looking, and this is where, see, now I can walk like nothing now. Being back in the city, I can walk up and down the streets like nothing, because I used to walk from across town type, like I used to spend the whole day walking. So the whole day walking, just trying to escape shit. So I end up at Frontier Park. It was dark as hell in there, but I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take the chance and I'm gonna walk in there anyway. Before I walked into school, in the park, it was already people around there in the park in the dark, and that's why I was reluctant to walk in the park, because I'm just like, it's already people